We are finally back with the Mini, guys, and today we have some amazing news to share with you. And that's because finally the Mini has passed its MOT. Yes, guys, so the Mini has passed its MOT. We do have two advisories. Both brake pipes are corroded, covered in grease or other material, both on the rear. But when we got the R56 brakes from Ben on the front, and we've put those on now, we did get a set of R56 rear brakes as well. We could just put those on the car if we need to. Obviously, it probably will be best because they are also braided lines. Now, as well as telling you that news, today is also a very good video because we're at AP Tuning and we are going to be chucking the Mini onto the dyno. So in the last video, I told you that Gary was going to be sending off the file for the Mini to a company he works with. They know all the mods we've got on the car, and we've then got that file back. It's uploaded on the car, and we're going to be putting it on the dyno today to see, I suppose, what power it's making, but also to look at how healthy it's running, because that is crucial. Make sure it's not running lean because we want to look after the engine, and like I say, to see what power it will be making, because it will be exciting to just see that. But like I say, guys, I want to reiterate, the focus here is to make sure the car is got good AFRs, so it's not running lean, and also just to make sure it's healthy and doing well. We are going to get some figures. We're going to see it on the dyno, which I'm really, really excited for. And then this thing is ready for the road. I am buzzing about that. Quick run through as well. The car has a AirTech intercooler, Miltech catback, which is resonated, an AirTech intake, 15% pulley, and then the plugs and belt that you need to run those mods. So that's pretty much all the performance stuff we have on the car. Power wise, I'm hoping we make, like, I don't know, 175, 180. If we get close to 200, amazing. But like I say, healthy and running well is the goal. Here we go, let's see what happens. Well, at least she's running. She's on there, she's moving. Let's see what happens, right? Fingers crossed. Wow. Hey, first pull, I'll take that. I will take that, 174 for the first pull. Second pull, we just made 180. $178. 178 third pull. Could be where we are. I reckon that's the top level. I reckon we're around 180. So guys, first few pulls, and this is where we've ended up. Intercooler is off. This is where we are. Now don't worry, don't panic, nothing major, but Gary just said that the gap on the plugs is too big, I think. So we just needed to take the intercooler off, and then he's going to change the gap. We're going to put some fresh fuel in it as well because it's been sat around with that for a while. So that's what we're doing as well. And then we'll get it back on the dyno. We made 180 was the best power we made so far. 132.9 foot-pounds of torque, 180 horsepower. And that is at the fly. So to be fair, we are hoping we're going to get between 190 to 200, which would be absolutely amazing. Well. Yes, 200 club. Get in there. 200 horsepower. 200 horsepower out of something that sat for 9 years. What a car. Oh, 205. 205. Oh, we're going more. Keep going. Love it. 207, no way! 207 horsepower out of a car that sat for 9 years. And then when I took it on, we've done so much to this car. It's been a battle of, I'm going to give it up, I'm going to keep going. And we've finally done it. So I just also want to take a moment to say thank you to everyone supporting this channel and supporting this build, because I know not everyone loves the Mini, but a lot of you are loving this content. And it's been a long journey. I'm trying to do it around being a full-time dad and whatnot, so I'm doing it as and when I can. A lot of people would have took this car to the scrapyard, sat for 9 years, mold, soaked carpet, all of that, but we've made something of it, and it's made 207 horsepower on the dyno, which I can't actually believe. Now, this video does not end here, because the next clip you see is going to be me back at AP, and we are taking the Mini on its first drive as well. So let's cut to the chase and get to it right now. Here we go, guys. First drive. Okay. Let's pray she makes it home. Gary's worked her wonders. Let's hope that we make it home. Now, let me tell you a story. I woke up today and my BMW went for some tyres. And the BMW went for some tyres, and there are 2 cracks in the alloys of the BMW. So what does that mean? That means that I can't really drive that car, and you know what? For business purposes, I'm going to be getting rid of it. So hopefully, as long as this thing is running well, this is going to be my car for the next few days to get to work in. And oh my gosh, I am nervous. But we are in the R53, it's running, it's MOT'd, it's taxed, full MOT. This is crazy. You can see the inside of the car, back seats are in it, they're just down. No headliner. 207 horsepower as well. So I want to run through a few things. We made 207 horsepower. We have the uprated spark plugs. I think they're like BKR7 EQUPs, NGK ones. We've got those for a 15% pulley. And we have an AirTech intake. We have an AirTech intercooler. We have a Miltech cap back. And yeah, that's it. That is what power we've made. Because if some of you are wondering, I have had a few people ask me, what have we got? So there's your list. And let's just see how it goes. We've got R56 brakes as well up front. There is one advisory. I need to look at some brake lines, rear brake lines. Oh my God, I haven't been in one of these for ages. I think also because I've got a lot of the sound deadening out, I can hear more, and I think it's just making me a little bit anxious on what everything is. But she feels good, like she feels like she's running well. Brakes are good. I don't know how good those pads are. I think there's some yellow stuff, race pads in there. So I don't really know, oh my gosh, how good they are. Part of me wants to give you guys a pull, part of me's nervous, just because I need to get to work the next few days. We'll get around this roundabout, and I'll give it some sauce. These handle really well, don't they? Wow. Damn, she pulls. Wow, she does pull. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, she's pulling. Oh, thunder and lightning as well. First drive home in the R53. MOT'd, she's on the road. I need her to work because I need it to get me to work now for the next few days. A winter of just lying on the floor, getting covered in mud and bird muck. And now she's done. We've got more mods to come as well. I haven't told you that. We've got a few bits. Nothing crazy. We've got a steering wheel finally for it. And we've got a driver's seat to go in. Gary gave us some harnesses. Gary Hayward, AP Tuning Gary. Absolute amazing service. Obviously, we've got that baffled sump pan as well, which is brilliant of them to be able to put that in for me. It means you know, we're not going to get oil starvation on the track. As you know, when I had my R53, no, when I had my ST150 with Sammy, we had some problems. Little pull. Ah, she does feel good. Something I will say as well, when I had my last R53, because I had one of these on the channel before, I had a Malian exhaust on there, and it was so much louder than this Miltech. This is tame. This Miltech's actually quite tame. So this is a resonated catback Miltech. This thing is tame, especially compared to the Malians. Let's give it some steering. I forgot how well these things hold. This is great. What a great little car. So a little shout out to a few people. Gary Hills at Thor Motorworks, we've done some videos together for just helping, coming over, doing some stuff with me. We've done a few videos together and being an absolute diamond with just the knowledge he has on these cars, right? Ben at BH Car Parts for supplying me with loads of bits, a lot of second-hand parts, because remember guys, I wanted to do this on a budget. And then finally Gary at AP Tuning, who looks after all my cars, mainly started off by looking after my Evo and has obviously tuned this car. We spoke as well, and I previously said in the video, we think we need to get a bigger fuel pump, but it's actually that we don't need a bigger fuel pump, we think. Gary thinks that we just need a newer one, basically, because remember, this car sat for 9 years and didn't run. So if that fuel pump's, a few little pops. If that fuel pump's not been used as well and just generally time, it could just be rusty and crusty. So like I say, we're basically just going to replace the stock fuel pump and then check it, because what we think is happening is that at the top end, we are basically just leaning out a little bit, and I think it's just the fuel pump's tired. I've spoke to a few other people. They've said we shouldn't need a bigger fuel pump for what we're doing, right? And then Gary actually had a bit of time to look into it, and he said, yeah, no, the fuel pump you've got, these fuel pumps are good for like 215, 220 horsepower, and we're running 207. Should be fine. So we'll put a newer fuel pump on, and then we will get it back on the dyno just to do a few pulls, just to do a few runs, just to make sure things are fine at the top end and make sure we're good. Steering wheel, seat, track day. So one thing I will say as well is pre-facelift, which is what this is, obviously don't have really as many of the like pops and bangs. So when I had an 06 R53, and when I put on that Malian, my gosh, it popped and banged. This thing doesn't really do it, and I kind of like it. I kind of like that it doesn't, in a way. It's nice, you know, I'm not gonna lie, when it was there, it was nice, but yeah, I'm not too fussed. I like that it's a bit more tame. It might be that Miltech is a bit more of tame exhaust. I want this car to be able to get round track noise-wise and stuff, and I would rather have a resonated exhaust, and then if I went and done headers or something like that over time, then we're still going to be good for track. Because there are people who go and do maybe, you know, maybe decal, or they change some stuff around, they do headers, and then the next thing you know, you basically can't take it on track, it's too noisy. And the last thing I want to do is get to the track and then be told no. This thing is 207 horsepower as well, and that exhaust is, I've still got the stock cat, stock headers, resonated catback system, so it's not even a non-res. 207 horsepower. Like, imagine if we maybe freed that exhaust up a little bit, we maybe went decat and non-res, might make 210, I know 215. I'm not stating that, I'm just saying you're freeing up the exhaust flow a little bit more. Maybe if you've done headers, you might get around that range as well, maybe a bit more. I don't know. So I'm happy with what this is. I want it to be a reliable track car that I can take to the track and just have some fun with. So I'll tell you what, it's a firm ride as well. Might be the wheels, I don't know. So good. But I will say this, I do think these are 17s, might be okay on track, but they are a bit firm. I do wonder if on a country road, maybe I think people do a 16 with a bigger profile tyre, could be beneficial for this car maybe. Response is great though, like, the response is really good. It feels really good on the throttle. And obviously supercharger, you're getting more low end. Yeah, this is good fun. I'm enjoying it. This is great. I am just chuffed that it's on the road. That's the main thing, and it's running again. Ah, and I've got a car to get to work in, which is kind of crucial. There's an argument occurring on a bridge. I'm not going to lie, Mr. BMW, you could just make this a little bit easier if you just backed up. I know it's your right of way, but it would just make this easier for everyone. Yeah! This car is great! This is great. What a brilliant little car we've built here. So if you've followed the channel, you know where we are. We are back at my house, which means we made it in the Mini. So guys, not really much more I can say. We are home, and after months of this car having work and maintenance just to get here, we're finally there. This thing is on the road working, MOT'd, and this little man is chuffed to see it back, aren't you? Yeah, he loves it. He's not seen it for a few months because it's been away, or a few weeks should I say, but it's just amazing to have this thing back on the road, and at a time when I need it, because obviously the BMW decided to give up on me. So I am so thankful that this is running. What this now means though is that the track car is home. Going to be using it for the next few days, taking it to work, whatever. And then once we've sorted out the daily and whatnot, this thing will be getting its first track day, but we are there. A few little things to go on, steering wheel, seat. Once those are in, we'll get that first track day booked, and I am absolutely hyped. First drive, really, really responsive, 207 horsepower. I'm going to run through the mods again. Intercooler, AirTech intake, 15% pulley, plugs needed, belt needed, Miltech catback exhaust as well resonated. All of that and a map, 207 horsepower. So guys, successful video. As always, like, comment, share, subscribe. Until next time when we see you in the next one, which I reckon will be on track with this. Peace out and give it a pop.